Hey friends, welcome back. Now we are going to continue our MERN stack series. This is our e-commerce project, right? So let's open our VS Code and also open out the project. So I'm already running my terminals like a backend application as well as admin application, right? So here I have two different terminals, as well as if you want, you can use your inbuilt terminals to run your application. Here you can simply go click on the terminal and you can start your application. That's all. Okay, yeah, I'm already running it. So yeah, few things we have to fix, and then we will move towards the next step of creating a page. Okay, but let's do something over here. So yeah, we have to add actions for delete as well as for edit. Okay, so we have already added for the edit in the last video, and now we are going to add action for the delete operation, right? So let's find out where the delete is, and here is the delete categories. Here we have dispatch. So let's create constant, and here we have create constants, and I'm gonna say delete underscore categories underscore request, delete category request, and let's paste over here. And here we are going to say it is going to be success, and here it is going to be failure. Let's save this, and yeah, request, success, and failure. Let's go to the action category action, and here we have dispatch. So before making the request, I'm going to dispatch action for, like, let's say we are going to make a request, right? So, and you know the purpose of making this request, right? So let's say simply category constants dot delete category request, right? Here we can do some loading or spinner. We can start any flag. Okay, so we can identify our response. Based on that, we can make some actions. Okay, and here, so this is our delete category request. Next, we have res payload. This is the data we are sending to delete, and then we'll see the response status 201. It means I guess I have written 201 for the delete. It should not be 201, it should be something else. Just you can do it Google, and you can find the status for different types of response. Okay, so let's remove this return true and return false. We're gonna do the same thing over here like what we have done for the update case. So here we have called a dispatch success and get the categories data, right? So we'll say simply dispatch, and here we're gonna say what is the type, and it is going to be category constants dot delete underscore category request. And okay, what is it? Failure? Oh, sorry, it's success. Okay, and also we have to make dispatch to get all the categories because it's a data, right? And here we're gonna go and we'll say no, not this one, but instead we're going to say get all category. Okay, let's save this, and in the else case we are expecting an error variable, right? So here we're gonna say type, and here it is going to be category constants dot categories constant category constants, sorry, it's delete or request failure, and payload is going to be error. And here we are going to say what is it? It's okay, it's a res dot data dot error, right? And what we have written over here, it's a res error. No, it's right, it's wrong, because we are getting error also as a part of response, right? So you can simply comment this code, or you can write like res dot definitely we're going to have data, and from the data we're going to get the error. And here you can do the same thing, data error, or you can simply write over here a constant like error, and here you can see res dot data, and that's all. We don't need to do this thing. Okay, payload and error, payload and error. Okay, save this. Now let's go to the reducer of your application. Oh, here is the reducer. Here we have category reducer, and let's copy this 3, or you can simply write a new one, case So here we have three different states like request, success and failure, and like usual here we are going to spread the current state, and then we'll say loading, that is going to be true because it might take a few seconds, like 1 or 2 seconds, and once it got completed, again the current state, and loading is going to be so here it is going to be false. And one thing I missed in the last part, so here we are spreading the state request, then we are making the loading true, and we are making the loading false. Also in failure, let's say we made the request and we got some failure, right? So there also we have to, in case of success we made it false, but in case of failure we haven't added it. So again we're going to say loading false in update category also, right? So let's go and say the loading false over here, and in case of failure, and here we're going to say spread your current state, and loading is going to be false, right? Because initially, because of the request, it is true, right? And then next we're going to say error, and it is going to be action dot payload dot error. Cool. So this is our delete request, category request, success and failure. Save this. Let's go to your application and let's see delete is working or not. Let's also inspect your dev tool. So let's go to the Redux, and here you can see, let's try to delete the last one. Okay, so that is not depending on anyone, and here you can see delete and say yes, and you can see we have got a request, delete request, and loading, you can see it was false, but because of loading it becomes true. Now request, so when we made the get all category requests, the states are equal, no change in the state. Delete category success, when it becomes success, then it again it becomes false from true to false, and then we have some new data, like actually we removed one of the data, so you can see the difference actually. So you can also identify what data we have removed. So this is the one we have removed, and this is because of this we are in the difference tab. If you go in the state, you can see the complete data. You can go and you can see the final data. So what we have, this is what we have deleted, right? So yeah, cool. And this is how it is working. And now let's delete some more because we have added unnecessarily details, right? So okay, it worked or not? Okay, one thing, it worked. You can see the information is got deleted. So this, let's delete again and say delete, yes, and it's deleted, but you can see we are not removing the model. And why is that? I might miss some code, so let's go and check your model. So first let's go to the category dot constant, sorry, category.js file. Okay, let's go to the container home container index.js, and here we have category container. Here we have delete category. When we are handle close, that means say actually we are dealing with the delete part. So delete category, and this is what we are doing over here. And we haven't added a set state, right? So we have to say set, oh not set, what is actually the name of it? So set delete category model. So you can copy from here also, like set delete category model, copy, and you can paste over here. I don't know how I missed it, because I think I missed some code last time, so that's why it is not here. So it is false. Now let's try, and let your application reload. Let's go to the cat3 and let's try to delete. Yes, it's working. Let's remove this one also, delete. Yes, let's go to the, yeah, okay, that's one. Did the it was having some children, right? So here we can do the rename operation. So edit, and let's remove 1 2 3, and it got removed, it got updated, right? Now we have electronics, we have mobiles, we have Oppo. Now we are going to update iPhone. Instead of iPhone, I'm going to say as a name, I'm going to update the name first. So let's say edit, and instead of iPhone I'm gonna say Apple, right? And it's mobile category, that's cool. And then it's page, right? Now let's make the request, save, and you can see we have got get all category requests, update category success, from that's loading and all. Okay, and the main thing is actually here. So here you can see the difference. Let's go to the children, and there are many more children's. Oh man, where is the change? Yeah, name got updated, Apple. So here you can see only the difference. So because we are in the difference tab. Now let's see one thing. If you go to the network tab, you can check the payload what we have sent during the request. So where is the update? And here is the update. Let's go down, and here we have type undefined, right? So here we have few things. We have selected electronics with the Apple, and every time type is undefined. In case of mobiles, type is that is cool. We haven't created any type, but for Apple, I'm gonna select some information, like it should be a page or it should be a product or all, and we have created that form, right? So if you go to a model components, and you can see update categories model, and here you can see we have an option, select option, right? And here we are not using anything. Here we haven't added the values and all, right? Like we have added over here item.parent ID and on change function. So here also we have to add, just to make things work. So you can see value, and it is going to be item dot, and what is it? Do you know what is it? So item.parent ID, and this item that is actually checked and expanded array. So let's go to your index.js file, and where is the checked and expanded we are dealing with? Okay, I'm confusing myself only. So here we have value, that is actually the category ID, then we have name, and then we have parent ID, right? And we are pushing all of them. So we can add one more value over here for let's say the type of the category. So it could be anything, and initially you can also fetch the category. So what is it? It's a category dot type, category dot type. Okay, so let's save this, and let's go to your categories model, and you can console over here, like console dot log, and you can print the final simply, right? So you can simply say expanded array, checked array. Save this. Let's go to the Chrome, and we are missing something, right? So let's go, where is there? So okay, so let's empty it, save, and yep. So let's clean your browser, and okay, here we're gonna see home and furniture. Let's clean your console. Let's click on edit, and we have got some errors, actually lots of error, warning for the true and all. So that's because of key warning. We are not using key anywhere, we are looping. So checked array value, we have got value, and we have got type undefined, right? So what we can do here, item dot type, so it will be either like undefined or something. On change, we can say on change equals to just copy that function, okay, from here, copy and paste over here, category, and it is going to be the name of the field is type, input field name is type, key dot target dot value index, and this is going to be expanded one. So let's save this, and here we have checked items. So let's do the same thing for that. So you can simply copy this to copy, and let's go down and paste over here, right? So you simply paste over here and make it checked instead of expanded, checked, right? And let's save. Okay, let's try this one time, and let's reload the application. Let's go to the home and furniture, let's go to the edit, Let's try to select a item. So let's make it a product. Okay, so home and furniture is a product. Let's save, and you can go to the network tab. You can see the update request. Okay, so what we have selected home and furniture, and here you can see the type is product. So yeah, it's working. And if you go back, you can see the response, preview response, home and furniture, type is product. So it's working. We are able to add it. Now we are ready to add it, and if you go and if you console reload it, if you checked it, and if you go to the edit, and you can see the type is not available over here. Why? So it should be available, right? Why isn't available? Check, edit, expanded, checked. Okay, both parent ID is undefined, type is also undefined. Name, parent ID, type is undefined. Why is that? Initial data, categories. Okay, we have electronics, we have home, and the problem is over here, guys. So here you can see this is the initial data request, and here we have categories, here we have electronics, and here we have children, home, and all, right? And we are not getting any type from the backend itself. So there is a problem, and I have wasted a lot of time. So let's go clean your code, and let's go to the admin app, not admin app. Let's go to the MERN backend source and see where we need to change. So here is the controller, and here is the category.js. And first let's go to the initial data, right? So controller, admin, and then initial data.js. And here we are having some details. Initial data, that's the categories over here. Here we're calling the create categories, create categories. Here's the create categories, and here we're not having type. So type, we'll say kate dot type, right? After the update, we are going to have type. So let's reload the application, and let's try to update it. Redux, so we can see the change, whatever the change we're gonna do. So home and edit, and home and furniture, let's say the type is product. Save, do the edit, and why is that again? Okay, all categories success, type is undefined. So let's go and check in the network request again. Reload your whole application, and let's go to the network, initial data, categories, and here we have type product. Okay, let's check this out, and let's say edit. Yeah, it's working. I don't know what I was messing with. So yes, it is working. Here we have product type, and just for your information, what I have done, so here we are getting all the initial data. Initially we were not having this type, but I just added type equals to k type. And for your information, in the previous couple of videos we have created this type. If you're following it from the first video, then you know it, right? Now this is done, and let's close this. I'm on backend. Let's back to admin application. What you have to do over here, you have to simply go to your containers, category, index.js, and here you just have to add type, category type, because this is where we are creating a linear type of list, and we are having all the information from the database, and also we are having the type, and this is also we are using to display information over this form, right? So you just have to add type, category type, and then you can get the type if it is there. So right now you can see home and furniture, and I'm getting product, right? So let's update it, and let's say page, let's save it, and now let's go edit again, and type is not here. Let's reload the application. Home and furniture, okay, there's something wrong, and select type isn't working again. initial data, products, sorry, categories, one, type is undefined. So we have updated it as undefined. Updated with undefined string. Why is that? See the product page, save, and you can do update, go to the headers, type is page, preview, update category, and type is page. Why? What was happening? What is happening? Let's reload the application. Let's click on home and furniture and click on edit, and it's page. Now let's try to change it, product. Okay, we change it to the product. Now let's save, and here is the update request. Let's go to the header, and here it is type product. Let's see the response. So we have got product response also. Okay, so till now everything is fine. Let's go to the Redux, let's go to the state, and here we have categories, pin, home, and here we don't have ID, name, slug, children. Okay, we have we know the problem right now. So here we don't have type because we are not added in the reducer also. We have to add in the reducer also. Let's go to the reducer. So here is our reducer, admin application reducer, and yeah, so here we have children, new category when we are updating or creating whatever it is. So build categories and its name, select children only. So here we'll say type, and we'll say category dot type, right? This is one update. Let's also go to the down and parent ID, right? So for the parent, and also here we'll say category, sorry, it's type, and we'll say category dot type. Okay, children will be empty. Okay, cat dot children, cat dot children is fine. New category dot expanded, category dot type, new category is there, push, and then all clear. Let's save and let's go and let's see the differences. Okay, so because of the Redux we got to know what was missing, and here we have home and furniture again. Let's go to the edit, and you can see the product we have. Let's make it a store, let's save it, and let's click on edit again, and whoa, why missing again? Let's go success, categories, and here's the home and furniture, and we have got ID, name, slug, children, underscore ID, name, slug, children. So here you can see initially I was getting the information like it is a store, right? Home and furniture is a store, and when the final get all category success, if you see, you can see here the type is missing, right? So why it is that type is missing? Why the type is missing? So when we are adding a new categories, we are using build new categories, totally fine. Okay, yeah, we have got the idea, because this is update, right? We are updating the categories, and then we are making a call to the get all categories. See, that's a different API. Initial data is one API we are using, as well as we go to the action category.action. So get all category is a different API. This is a different request that is going to the category get category. Okay, so again we have to go to the backend, MERN backend, and source and controller, and here we have admin. Okay, category.js, and where add category, get categories, right? So here we have create categories, and here we have to add that information. Type, we'll say Kate dot type, save. Okay, so initially we were calling the initial data. There we were getting all the correct information, but in this when we are doing update, we were only calling this single API, right? We are not calling the initial data. So let's refresh this application again, and hopefully this time I think you learned a lot how to debug and everything fixed, right? Home and furniture, we can do the edit, we can do the product. Yes, we have the product. Let's make it a store. Let's save the changes, and you can see get all categories success. This is the last final request. Categories, home, and type is store. Let's go edit, and you can see type the store. Now let's make it a page this time. Let's save it and see the final request, final state, and you can see this time it got updated to the page. Initially it was store. You can see the difference. Edit, and this worked, right? Here you may confuse because I coded a lot, and I'm also working lately, like after the span of 2-3 days, so definitely high chance I'm forgetting the things what I've done till now. So here we have a page, and we now we have a type, like what are the categories and what are their types, so we can identify the request. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to add one more tab over here, so we can create a form. That's quite easy thing we can do in a quick time, because I don't want to create API right now because I have used a lot of time over here and also got confused a lot. Okay, that's cool. And here okay, this is the MERN backend. Close it. Admin application, let's go to the source, let's go to the components, let's go to the layout index.chase, and here we are having the informations like that. So after the home, I'm gonna add a tab, a new tab. So let's say li, and let's simply copy this. That's much better. Okay, and let's remove this exact and make this title page, and here we're gonna say page, right? Save it, and let's go to the app.js. So this is admin app.js. Don't go inside the Flipkart. So here we have app, and let's add a page over here, right? And here we're gonna say it's a page boy, and here it is, and let's make it a page. Okay, and we might end up with something wrong. Yeah, it's a container, no issue. So page is here. Let's save this. Now create the container. Let's go to the containers instead of containers, and here we'll create a new folder. We'll give us something different name, like new page. Yeah, that's cool. New page options, like that. So new page, and inside this we're gonna create index.js, and we'll go to the index.js. We'll say RFC to create the shortcut component, and say new page, and over here we'll remove this div tag, and we'll add a layout. Okay, we'll say layout. We'll also pass argument sidebar because we want sidebar as well. Sidebar, and let's add the import layout from the layout. Okay, so it's a components, and can go to the layout. That's it. Okay, so import layout, and cool. So we'll say page. Now let's go to the option a page is not found. Let's go to the app.js, and instead of page you can say new page. Okay, and hopefully this is going to be resolved, and you can see we have a page option here, right? So we can create a new page right now. So here we have create a category, here we have home, here we have page, right? Let's go to the page, and where is the page? And here we are going to create a form. So let's remove this one, and we are going to create a simple model. Okay, we'll say instead of using this model, we are going to use something reusable, or I can simply create one more function, right? And for now I'm gonna just have a simple button to trigger the model so I can test it like it's working or not. On click, and we'll say set create model, that is true. So on click of this button will make the model appear. Okay, so here we're gonna say create or add, anything is fine. Create page. Okay, this is cool. Create, set create model true, and then on close set create model false. Save. Let's go, and use state raw column, all of them is not available. So here we'll go and we'll say use state, and here we'll say import columns from React-bootstrap row column. Okay guys, now we have a create page. Let's click on it, and you can see what we have. We have an input where we can type something, but we don't have the title of the page, right? We don't have the title of the page. And why is that? Okay, we have a model tile, so it's title, not tile. It's title. Save, create page, and you can see we have page title. Okay, let's do some interesting thing. So as you can see, the page is also associated with the categories. Let's say we want to create a page for the apple, so we need to know the apple, right? It's the apple. We need to again have a category list, and I am assuming like we need this create category list function in many other places, right? So instead of keeping it here, we can create a reusable create category function within our helper folder, so we can reuse it, right? So for now I can just copy it from here because I don't want to mess with it right now. Okay, and let's new page, and let's go to the helpers folder. Where is the helpers? And here we have Axios, right? So we'll create a new file that is going to be the linear, say, categories. You can name anything, that's not an issue. Linear categories, you can create category list, you can keep any name. So linear categories.js, and paste your function over here, and we can do export default create category list. Oh sorry, that's it. So here we have this function, create category list. So this is a function which takes categories and all. So yep, categories is here, and it is at the end it is going to return some options or whatever you can call it. So let's go to our new page, and yep, so here we're going to create a use effect. So category is an empty array right now. It's empty array. It gets filled. I don't know. Categories I have 17. Products is 17. Two categories. So this is fine. As you can see, we are getting some pop-up categories which takes an argument categories, another one option that could be empty. Here we are getting the linear categories, and let's remove it from here. Okay, that use effect is calling here. You can see the category and we have 0 categories. We don't have any categories over here. Why is that? Let's check in the Redux and go to the state. You can see we have categories, right? So why is that empty? So why is that empty? Category dot categories. Okay, that category is different one. Just copy this. Console. You can see here we have a filter. Just click on, and you can see the categories in empty array. So here you can learn something interesting. When we are reloading the page, the initial data gets called, but because it takes little time to complete because it's an asynchronous call, before that it's executed. All of these things got executed, right? That's why you're not getting the category. So instead of using this use effect with an empty array, we can pass a variable. We can say look after this variable. If this gets changed, then re-render the component. Okay, so that's why that empty array is here. So it will work like as component did mount. Save over here, and you can see, let's reload the application. Let's clear the console. And what's wrong? And you can see here we have got the categories all 12, right? So everything is working. Now it's fine. Now it's totally fine. So let's remove this console from here as well as from here. This is working. Save it, and we are gonna create one more raw. Just copy this. Now let's go and check your input. So let's go create page, and you can see we have create category. We have all the created items. So whatever the page you want to create, if you want to create a page for the electronics, you can create a page for electronics, for mobiles, for Samsung, any categories you can create a page, right? And then we have page title. So also make this change. So let's say class name. It should come as a small automatically. Form hyphen control hyphen sm. Okay, now let's add some other things like the page title. Page title is fine. Then we can say the description of the page. Let's copy this. Now let's go and check your output. Container is not defined. Okay, we have added a container, so let's add the container. So now we can check our output. Let's click on the create page, and here you can see what we have. We have category. We can select some category. We can create the page title, and we can add some description of the page, and the main thing which makes page actually looks like a page, these things like choose file. So this first one belongs to the banners and the second one belongs to the products. So this is the simple form I have created. Later we will update with all the informations. And why I'm getting space over here and they are not. You can also add a class name over here. Let's say the class name equals to form hyphen control hyphen sm. Let's copy this class. I don't like this bootstrap input type file. You're gonna see it. So here you can see the output, and here it looks like that. So kind of weird. I don't know why it is getting this behavior. I'm just using the rows, and previously it was not like that. If you will go for the category or the electronics, it looks totally fine here. That's because of control SM. Is this a reason? Okay, do one thing. Okay, let's go and start selecting the control SM. So let's do let's remove it, save. Let's go to the page, create page. Still no effect. So is it same? Okay guys, this is it for this video. I'm totally exhausted and we will continue the next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and in the next video we'll create the API to create a page. Okay, thanks, bye bye.